guess where we are? We are back in the Kruger Park for our last little trip before the year ends. Yeah, Karen and I snuck away for the long weekend. We got into Orpen Camp last night to a very, very hot Kruger Park, 43 degrees. And this is the first morning drive. We were up early, 4:30 as the gates opened. We got out. It's a pretty cloudy, windy day today. Let's see what we can find this morning. Hopefully it's a productive morning. We'll bring you all the action as it unfolds. was a good start to the day. We saw plenty of giraffe. I think we saw probably more giraffe than we saw impala on this Timbavati loop. And then as we were about to get to the hide, we came across those lions, which we didn't quite see the kill. They were definitely on a kill. You could see how full their bellies were of those females. And the vultures started to come in. We saw 1 or 2 hyenas dragging some scraps off. I think it was a wildebeest, but yeah, we couldn't see the carcass anyway. But yeah, great morning, great start. Let's see what else we can find. Right, so we've checked out of Orpen and we're now making our way to Satara. The weather is much cooler today. It's 23 degrees. There's even a couple of spots of rain outside. Yeah, a lot more pleasant to drive around with temperatures that are in the 20s rather than the 40s. And yeah, so far so good. It's been a very good morning so far. We saw those awesome lions, we saw hyena, we saw lots of giraffe, we've seen a couple of antelope. The impalas have their little lambs, so that's always quite cute to see. And yeah, now we've just come across a little, looks like a little leopard tortoise. Check this out. Seems like I'm right in this little guy's path, so we're going to keep moving and give him some freedom of the bush. Let's see what else we can find. Right, it's 6 p.m. We are on our way back to Satara. It's been a long day. We've been on the road most of the day. Well, pretty much since 4:30 this morning. We stopped in at Satara at about 2 to check in. And yeah, we've just done the most beautiful loop, the S100 down to the Swingy Hide. And we're making our way back now on the tar road. Yeah, what can I say? Just another beautiful, beautiful day in the Kruger Park. Never fails to deliver. It really is one of my favorite places. We are going to make our way back home now, have a braai this evening, and yeah, we'll catch you again first light tomorrow morning. Enjoy.